don't have a text on today, but I just want to read a passage that we've been going over in Bible studies in the book of Exodus. I don't know about y'all, but whoever have not been coming to Bible study, you have truly been missing a treat. We are in the book of Exodus, the 15th chapter. Moses, after crossing over the Red Sea, starts singing a song. After God has delivered them from the hands of Pharaoh and out of Egypt, crossing the Red Sea, Moses was singing a song. And one thing that tells me is that you've got to have a song in your heart no matter what you're going through. I'm so reminded of how the elders was back in the day. They kept a song ringing in their heart for whatever they were going through. There was a song to fit every occasion. Stomp won't fit every occasion. Let everybody stomp. It won't fit every occasion. Oh, no. You need a song with some substance to it. And you know how you got tired of being on the consecration because the food wouldn't stick to you? You kept being hungry the next hour for something, then you'll eat it, and then you'll be hungry again. But when you get some ribs, get some steak, the next hour you still rubbing your tummy and doing your teeth like this. Oh, yeah, that was a good steak there. The other day, Elder Allen cooked some steak, and Friday night he cooked the steak, and Saturday morning I woke up to another steak. Glory. And he went in the kitchen, and he said, well, I thought we had some more steak. I said, yeah, you thought. Normally, they beat me to the punching bag. But I purposed in my heart on that Friday night that I was going to wake up earlier than they would on that Saturday morning and handle my business with the steak. And so you need some substance. You know, when things, Moses began to sing about the goodness and the greatness of God. The song says in the 15th chapter of Exodus, it says, then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto the Lord, and spake, saying, I will sing unto the Lord, for he had triumphed gloriously. The horses and his riders had he thrown it into the Red Sea. The Lord is my strength and song, and he is become my salvation. Oh, he become my redeemer. Oh, he became the one that saved us. You know, I like that song that says, he saved my soul, made me whole. There's none like him. That's all Moses saying here. Yeah, he says, he becometh my salvation. He is my God, and I will prepare him. Wait, it's time to get prepared. Moses said, I'm not tripping. Not only am I going to sing unto him, but I will prepare him an habitation, a dwelling place. Have anybody ever thought about the goodness of God and the greatness and all that he's been to you, that you say, I'm going to prepare him a place? Oh, now y'all hadn't thought about that, huh? You just, he's just so good. But how about preparing a place for him to come and dwell in? Moses said, I'm singing to you what I'm about to do. It says here, him and habitation, my father's God, and I will exalt exalt him. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. Pharaoh's chariot and his host had he cast into the sea. His chosen captains. His chosen captains. You're going to get this in a minute. Also are drowned in the Red Sea. The one that he caused to upset you. The one that, Moses said, the one he caused to give me a hard time. Because he chose Pharaoh. Pharaoh didn't choose himself. Oh, you need to look at your situation sometime and you trying to pray that they get out of the way. You need to see if God chose them. Look at somebody and say, that's good right there. Yeah. Because you praying that God remove them, but he says, I've chosen them for a particular time in your life. Ooh. All right now. Somebody said, I ain't see that. I was singing that song. I read it, but I ain't see that part. And then it says, the depths have covered them. They sank into the bottom as a stone. It says, thy right hand, O Lord, is become glorious in power. Thy right hand, O Lord, has dashed in pieces the enemy. And in the greatness of thy excellence, thy has overthrown them that rose up against thee. Thy hast sentence forth thy wrath, which consumed them as stubbles. And with the blast of thy nostril, the water was gathered together, and the flood stood upright as an heap, and the depths were congealed in the heart of the sea. The enemy said, I will pursue. Tell them to come on. Yeah, sometimes you got to just tell your enemy, come on. I wish you would. Come on. You can't be afraid of your enemies. When you see them coming, come on down. Because my master got something for you. Sometimes we look at the enemy and we see them coming and there we go. Our atmosphere get interrupted. Instead of us saying, come on. Because me and the Lord got something for you today. And you know that crazy boss that you have. There you go. Come on. Me and the Lord got something for you today. And here it is. They get to a point. They said here. And the enemy said, I will pursue thee. I will overtake thee. I will divide the spoils. My lust shall be satisfied upon them. I will draw my sword. My hand shall destroy them. This is the enemy. This is the enemy saying what he's going to do to the children of God. Thy didst blow with thy wind, the sea covered them. They sank as lead in the mighty water. Who is like unto thee, O Lord, among the gods? Who is like thee, glorious in holiness, fearful in praise, doing wonders? Look at somebody and say, who is like unto thee? You can't size him up. Even with all of these commentaries and these theologians, and everybody try to size him up and everybody try to know the mind of God. We can't know the mind of God. We can only know what he put in his word and the illumination of the word that he gives us. So he says, whoo! Because while we're trying to figure it out, God has already worked it out. What do you mean when Moses and the children decided to go toward a different direction because God was leading them in a different direction and leading them out of Egypt? They winded at the Red Sea, and here it is, Moses and the children of Israel trying to figure out how they're going to pass over the Red Sea. you know, where we go from now, because now we're in between a rock and a hard spot. What do you mean? You know, when they got to the Red Sea, they had Pharaoh on one side. Pharaoh and the Egyptians on one side, and here they had the Red Sea facing them on the other side. And while they were trying to figure out where they was going to go now, and Moses was talking, having a little talk with God, and God says, Moses, why are you crying unto me? The whole time that I've been with you. Before I sent you, I gave you all that you need. And sometimes we need to be reminded of what he sent with us before we went on the journey. And here it is, Moses, he says, what does thy have in thy hand? You know, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. And so here he goes, he tells Moses, the rod that you have in your hand, stretch forth it. And the Bible says that when Moses stretched forth the rod, then the water started coming up and raising up as a wall. The Bible says that it went upright. It didn't just spread out. It went in an upright position. Because anytime God does something, he does it in an upright position. He don't do anything just half. Everything. When he's delivering a word to you, he don't want you slump over to hear it. He wants you in an upright position to receive it. Oh, you're going to get this in a minute. You know, because if we hearing a word and we're slumped over in that word, we're not hearing it the right way. So when we decided to read the Bible in our bed at night, we find ourselves having to read that passage about 3 times because we are laying in the bed. I know nobody up in here does that. And you're laying in the bed, and then where was I? Well, let me start all over again. And then sometimes, see, I have to catch myself. You know, sometimes I say, no, I can't read it like that because, you know, I'm not paying attention. So then I have to go sit up in a chair in an upright position so that I can pay attention. You know how when kids are in school, the teachers tell them, sit up, baby, and pay attention. Sit up, baby, and pay attention. Yeah, Let me see. I'm looking at the adults, too. So now when God does something, he does it so perfectly, and sometimes when we're slumped over, we can't see the perfection of it because we're looking at it lopsided. We can't see the fullness thereof. I can recall in the book of Daniel where God sent the angel, God was coming in appearance. His glory was so strong that when Daniel saw the glory of God, the Bible says that Daniel fell to his face. And at that time, you know, Daniel needed to be receiving the word. So the Bible says that he had to subdue his glory a little bit. And he pushed Daniel up. But, you know, he pulled him up. And here it is. He took him from the face being on the ground and pulled him up just a little bit. Daniel can stand it a little bit. But then he said, no. Daniel, I need you in an upright position to receive what I'm about to give you. And the Bible says, so he had to calm down his glory so that Daniel could get in an upright position to receive what the angel of the Lord had for him. And so here it is. He made the water go up in an upright position. And then it says, who is like unto thee, O Lord, among the gods? Who is like thee, glorious in holiness? You know, nowadays we forget about the great God that we serve is a God of holiness. Everybody say he great, but don't nobody want to live the holiness part. I'm going to leave that alone. Fearful in praises, doing wonders. It says, thy stretchest out thy right hand, and the earth swallow them. It says, though in thy mercy has led forth the people which thy hast redeemed. Thy hast guided them in thy strength unto holy habitation. He says, not only do I want to prepare a habitation for you, but it can't be any type of habitation. And here it is, he says, the habitation must be holy unto thy holy habitation. Not know anything, not know anywhere, not know self thing, but holy unto God. Sacred, sanctified, set apart. This is a song here. This is a song that Moses is singing. He's singing what he's about to do. See, you know, he's singing based on what God has already done for them to now what he wants to do for the Lord. Oh, my goodness. See, we want to sing of what God has done for us. But we never want to put a song together to say what I want to do for the Lord. And here it is, Moses, he says, I'm singing of the wonderful work that God has done, of the deliverance power that he's done. And now I want to prepare him a habitation. And not only do I want to prepare him a habitation, but I want to prepare him a holy habitation. Oh, I like this. I don't know about you, but I like this. And it says, and the people shall hear and be afraid. Sorrow shall take hold on the inhabitants of Palestine. So people are to hear about the God you serve. Moses said they are going to hear about the God that I serve and be afraid. And the people that do not worship my God, they shall grab a hold of it. Sorrow shall take hold on the inhabitants of the people that don't serve my God. All because of Moses saying they shall hear. You're not getting this. Hear what? Hear are the wonderful works that my God has done. Hear how my God parted the Red Sea. Hear how my God caused plagues to come upon Egypt, but Israel was fine. Hear how God destroyed Pharaoh and his army. Hear how God provided for us. Hear how God kept us. Hear how God guided us. Hear how God protected us and took us to a place that we've never been before. They shall hear about and be afraid. A lot of folks heard about what God did through our founder. Oh, a lot of folks heard. And so when they heard about it, they came around them. If they wasn't upright, they acted as though they were upright. If they were drunk, they were straightened out for the couple of minutes that she was around them. Because they heard about the God that dwells in her. And even though she was on their turf, that they were out of fear and a sorrowful, that they were careful of the things that they said and did. They hadn't seen it, but they heard it. I just wish I had some witness. I wish I had some witness that when they heard that while her son was being shot, God had already showed her that he was going to be shot. And they heard that when she received the phone call, all she did was give God some glory. Because the gunshot or the bullet should have killed him, but it didn't. And they heard that the bullet was still in him and he was still walking around on the face of the earth. Now they heard. They heard about a Creighton boy being in an accident and it looked like he wasn't going to survive. They heard about his chest being crushed in, and they heard about there was no survivor hope. But then they also heard that when she was in prayer with God, and God showed her his hand going into the hospital. They wasn't now, but because they heard. Yes, here it is. They heard about a baby that died 3 times. And they heard that when the family got to the hospital that the baby was dead. And they heard that the doctor that went to school for medical degree gave reverence and homage to the pastor that was on the scene and said, before you pray for the baby, can I use some Ebonics, even the boy? I'm going to need you to pray for me. And here it is. So now the doctor say, pray for me before you go and pray for the baby. And he said, but I just want to let you know the baby is dead. See, all the people that heard wasn't there. But when they see the baby today being a grown man, oh, you got to get this. They heard that we done had many mamas that couldn't have children. Oh, yeah. Couldn't have children. And then she prayed the prayer of faith, and all of a sudden the doctor trying to figure out how you get pregnant. Not once, but twice. And so the inhabitations of the other people that heard about the God, most was already singing, when they hear about it, they're going to instantaneously be afraid. They're going to be sorrowful and watch what they say and do. They're going to be scared of messing with us any old kind of way. See, I like Moses. Then the Bible says here, and the dukes of Edom shall be amazed, and the mighty men of Moab trembling shall take hold upon them, and all the inhabitants of Canaan shall melt away. Fear and dread shall fall upon them. By the greatness of thy arm, they shall be as still as a stone. Tell thy people pass over. The God, you brought us this way. See, he's singing his victory already. He has already talked about or sung about what God has done in the past. And now he's singing his victory of what God's going to do in the right now. That's why it's so important that you have a song in your heart no matter what you're going through. Victory, victory shall be mine. I like that. Victory, victory shall be mine. If I hold I'm speaking for him right now to where he's going to take me to. If I hold my peace, let the Lord fight my battle. Victory, victory. See, we've been just singing it. We've been singing it because we've been taught that song and we done heard them sing it. We done heard the elders sing it. We done heard our grandmother singing it. And you know, and here it is now. We just repetitious in singing. But we hadn't analyzed exactly what it's saying. Because it's saying no matter what I'm going through right now, victory, victory shall be mine. I might not like what I'm going through. I might not feel real good about what I'm going through. But when I sing victory, victory shall be mine, it takes me out of my present situation and put me in a place where my mind is on Jesus. You would go to church and they say, put your mind on Jesus. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a time. But come on, I need you to put your mind on Jesus. If you put your mind on situations and circumstances, it's going to stay right there. Put your mind on Jesus. See, I like what Moses was singing here. And then he goes and says fear and dread shall fall upon them. By the greatness of thy arm, they shall be as still as a stone. Tell thy people pass over. Oh, Lord, tell the people pass over, which thy hast purchased. Oh, which thy hast redeemed. You took us from Israel. There's a song that I'm reminded of says, Lord, you brought me through this. And you brought me through that. I'm grateful unto thee. But now he doesn't stop there. He says, yeah, I'm glad you, but I know you're going to make us pass right over on this. You're going to deliver us when we go through this situation. No, don't clap, because you don't know what he's talking about. Don't clap. I know what he's talking about. I'm going to clap through my situation because I know he's going to pass through here and be my deliverer in a minute. So I clap because I know victory is already mine. I know that's why I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. His eyes on the sparrow. No. I know that right now I'm singing my victory. Right now, Moses said, I'm singing. Yeah, he done did it in the past, but I'm singing my victory for today and tomorrow. It's only in your present state when you've got sense enough to sing your victory for today and into tomorrow that your mindset change in the middle of whatever it is. And Moses says, I'm singing my victory. There's the old song says, I'll make it all right. I'll make it all right. Long as I got Jesus, I'll make it all right. Old song. When Michael McKay came out with Redeem, my soul has been redeemed. He said, already. I ain't waiting for it to be redeemed. My soul is already redeemed. He says, washed in the blood, my soul has been redeemed. Whew. He was saying, no. I'm not talking about I'm waiting for it to be redeemed. It's redeemed already. He says washed with an ED at the end. I like this because a lot of times when you can't pray your way through, you've got to be able to praise your way through. And you've got to have the right songs. Sometimes when you're in a state that I don't quite know what's going on, he's a wonder to my soul. He is a wonder. You start personalizing. You come up with your own keys. You come up with your own notes. You go high, you go low. You don't care who's in the car. You don't care who's next to you on the car. You don't care about your surroundings. And sometimes you just got to come out with force. Long as I got King Jesus. Long as I got King Jesus. Long as I don't need nobody else. You got to know what songs to pull out. That's why you got to listen to church songs. Take your dial off of, do they still have 97 in the box? Oh, they still got it. All right, then I'm going to need you to take your dial off of 97. Oh, yeah. You can't pull from something that you don't have, that you ain't depositing nothing in.